So, I'm going to explain forgiveness and try to give you a better understanding of forgiveness and ways you might be able to go about it. So, in my case, I have two different parents, foster parents, by the way. I have adopted parents, I have other foster parents, and I have my biological parents. But anyways, my parents did awful things to me. My mother, she never was able to get my forgiveness while she was alive. To the day she died, she was torturing me. But after she passed away, and after years of trying to unwind all the horrible things she did to me, I do forgive her. But it's up to God to judge her. As far as my father goes, I forgive him. He's already been forgiven. But he has not asked for forgiveness. He has not acknowledged anything has happened. And he turns away and tries to cover his eyes, going, "No, I can't see you. I can't hear you. No, no, la, 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 I can't hear you. La, la, la." Stuff like that. Not literally, but acting like a child, pretending like he doesn't want to hear what's right in front of him. It's like a kid when he sees something that he doesn't want to see, or the mother says, "You got to listen to me. This is, oh, la, 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 I can't hear you, Mom. I can't." Something like that. Or sister, brother stuff. I don't know. Or running away from your problems, like a father who has a newborn and runs off, or just in general, or a drug addict who doesn't want to get clean and keeps on going back for more heroin, even though he's offered multiple ways out. Running from your problems, running from the truth, running from what's right in front of you. Meanwhile, I'm here ready, and I've already moved past that. But I need medical care. There are things I need that I can't get until some other people get involved and try to actually act like adults. But that's not going to happen. They're not. They're not going to try. They're going to get angry, start screaming, yelling, trying to get their way, getting mad if they hear something they don't like. They're not going to ask questions or have conversations. No, it's going to be a whole hissy fit time. Then it's going to raise my blood pressure. I'm not going to be able to get a word in, and the conversation's going to go off the rails into space. Instead of it just staying on the rails about my health and what's going on and the information they may need, because there's a lot of it. And if they went over it with me, there's a lot my father would remember. But he hasn't tried to remember anything because he hasn't spoken to the person that has the most information. So, yeah, he hasn't been forgiven yet. I have given forgiveness, but he has not been forgiven, and he has not earned it in anybody way. You can't have forgiveness if you haven't acknowledged why you're getting it. I've given it up prematurely so that I don't have to have any hate in my heart. I've asked God to forgive him, and I am trying to forgive him, but there's a couple steps in the process. He's already forgiven, but there's a couple things he needs to do for that forgiveness to be a real forgiveness. I mean, you can't have somebody believing in fantasies, running away from a problem, and expect to forgive them. It just doesn't work. I'm trying. It just doesn't work. There are certain requirements that I have to make, but it is hard. It's kind of like the doctors. They're actively not listening, and I'm actively out of work, and I'm still waiting on papers. They're not answering phones. Just this morning, the secretary played some more phone games, and every single time, I say it's all right. I just want to make sure it doesn't happen again. No, no, we can move on past this, but I can't have you guys continue playing these games. Thank you for the apology, but no, these are inappropriate. I do not want my information shared with other people. I do not want to have to play games with a secretary. I do not want her pretending to hang up or playing phone games or doing anything with the phone. I expect my disabilities, like as I'm explaining them, to be passed on with the doctor, or any illnesses as well. If my urine turned black and I passed you the message 5 times, I expect it to go up to my doctor and not 3 months later. But that's not always the case. I have been set up a long time ago, and it's going to make it very hard for me to get the help I need. especially that have been made so I can't make money, I can't drive, I can't walk, I can't move, and there are multiple times I can't talk. If I actually leave the house and I go outside for 6 months a year in the cold, anything below like 60, 50 degrees, I lose the ability to walk and talk properly. This has been going on for 25 years. Sometimes less severe than others. Yeah, it's really too bad. I was doing a lot of good in this world too. It's one thing I regret. I'm not going to be able to do more.